Galesburg has got this homebrew thing figured out, thanks in large part to this place.
Jim Smith. I own Something's Brewin in Galesburg. Been a home brewer since 1992, and we decided to open this, about 7 years after we started brewing, I think, and we've been going ever since. So this is our 17th year, almost going into our 18th year. So we sell pretty much anything that it takes to start brewing, stay brewing, as far as making beer, wine, mead, anything basically fermentable. We pretty much sell that ingredients and equipment, and just make it so everyone can do that, enjoy their hobby. So when we first started, there was maybe 5 home brewers in Galesburg, I think. So I mean, we really had to target the newbies, but a lot of people started brewing. I was kind of looking for, I'd always wanted to open a shop of some kind. I thought, well, shoot, homebrew is, there's none here, so we might as well, and I knew about that, but once you open a shop, you find out how little you know about what you're opening a shop for. But there's a lot of guys that's gone professional, that's bought stuff from our store, and that we've dealt with and become friends with several of them. I remember one in particular that, he walked in the store one day, and he was obviously like 12 or 14 years old, and he goes, "I want to start brewing." And I said, "Well, you're going to have to go out and get your mom or something, because I'm not going to tell you that." Well, he did. He walked out and got his mom, and his mom came in, and he stuck with brewing and went through Knox College and ended up being, in the brewing sciences somewhere. So, you just never know. I suppose it's a job, but I've never really looked at it as a job. It's just something that, it's an extension of brewing, So, and I get, all my ingredients are right here, so I don't have to go to the store to get them. That makes it pretty easy too. So to brew, that's what we've known for the last 17 years. Is we have Sundays off, and generally we fill those up with some kind of beer related thing too. So beer's pretty important in our lives. So not just drinking them, but it's beer's pretty cool stuff. So I still brew all the time. To me, it's still a hobby that I really don't want to give up. Blake called me up one day and from Iron Spike and said, "Hey, you want to be part of a collaboration beer with Geneseo Brewing Company?" And I said, "Well, sure, heck yeah." So we got together, and Scott and Blake and we hashed out a style of beer and a recipe that we wanted to do, and went in and brewed it. And it's a Belgian IPA, but it leans heavy towards American hops. So American hops and American ingredients. So it's kind of I like to call it a Belgian American, so IPA. So it's got, there's a lot of hop flavor at the end of it, but you still get that Belgian character to it, up front, and you still get the fruity, the fruitiness of the Belgian, the spiciness of Belgian yeast, but then you get that nice American hop character, the citrus is kicking in at the end. So it's pretty cool. I had a great time doing it. It was a blast. So I would definitely do it again if someone was going to ask me. Hint, that's a big hint there. So. But yeah, I hope you guys like it.
Okay, so we know home brewing might not be for everybody, but hopefully we've shown you how much fun and accessible it can really be. And if you're not convinced yet, check out some more of our good times with these craft characters.
If we were to look at this date, though, Jimmy Carter said it's okay to do, there are certain restrictions on how much you can brew, right?
There was restrictions, so you can 200 gallons in every home.
200 gallons of beer is...
Is it 200 gallons?
He's the president of the club, ladies and gentlemen. We have the former president of Mugs here.
Yes.
You are, sir?
Bryce Swanson.
Hello, Bryce. Let me ask you a question that has confounded your president every time you put a camera in front of his face. What does Mugs stand for?
Mississippi Unquenchable Grail Zymergist.
All right. How did he get to be president then? You said he overthrew you.
Yeah, he overthrew me. I overthrew Adam Ross, who is also here.
Is that how this works? There's just a bunch of bloodless coups between you people?
It's like Game of Thrones.
Man Cave Brewniversity.
I came up with that myself.
I was going to say, how many beers were you into when you came up with that name? Here's what we're going to call it, guys. Man Cave Brewniversity. So you will teach people how to build contraptions like this?
Yeah. I teach classes every other Saturday.
Where does this happen at?
It happens over at Davenport at the brewery that's attached to my home. Some people call it a garage. I would never do that.
Yeah,
I would never do that. You put a car in a garage. I don't do that.
Is your cat's name something like Stout or Pilsner? What's your cat's name?
I actually call her EDK, which is short for Evil Death Kitty, because she's very evil.
Do you think it's because Mommy drinks?
You know what? That's inappropriate.
It is. Totally is.
I won't say that I've brewed every style in the BJCP book, but I've probably 3/4 of them, and the ones I don't like anyway. So what the heck.
This if it smells this good now, I can't wait to see what you.
Smells. That's the beauty of
Right, and it's fogging up my glasses, but nicely. And when will this be available for us to sample?
That will be about since we're using an ale yeast, it's going to be a lot faster attenuation. But probably about 6 weeks. Kurt will have it available.
Right.
He brought all the equipment. I brought the ingredients. He gets to take the beer home.
Good. Well, we know where Kurt lives, so we'll make sure that we do that.
Mississippi Unquenchable Grail Zymergist.
And when did Jimmy Carter make all this possible? What date?
In the late
We'll look
70s.
We'll look it up with a tap fact. This is where the tap fact comes out and goes. And there it is. Look at that. Magic of television. There's the tap fact. Now they know, even though we don't.
But I look like an idiot.
No, not at all.
The Brewed Passport is here. Go to WQAD.com to see how you can get deals at these locations.